in 40s. Seen cousin told 40s. We man up the street. Say 2 for the 40. Independent, stick with it. Kendough, E40. First I go and get the money, then I go and hit the 40.
Hey man, y'all already know what it is. It's your boy LH, the motherfucking Drinking King. Shout out to my boy Peezy Visionz. This is the Independent Artist Spotlight. Today we got a real special guest in here. We got my 20-year nigga, Kendough Slice. He out here going crazy. He done dropped 2 hot singles already. Tell him, Jamie.
1, 2, 3, baby, you can't do nothing for me. I only run with those who on the same mission as me. I share a vision with people who see the same as I see.
And he done dropped, you know what I'm saying, Still Climbing.
Before I ask someone for shit, I'ma finesse something. Yeah, Kendough been the wave since the intrepid days. Back when Tim was thinking presidential days.
Hey, make sure y'all go check out the videos right now on YouTube. What's good with you, my bro?
Man, another day, still climbing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like literally,
climbing,
like every day.
know.
Kendough Slice, shout out to you. Shout out to TUK. Shout out to Peezy Visionz. Shout out to all of y'all. Stay high. As you see, I'm wearing it right here.
Hey, stay high, tight. Definitely shout out to the brand.
So
it's
yeah,
how we wearing.
For sure. So I just thank all of y'all for the opportunity and for being around for so long. Like you said, 20 years, and finally, right?
Hey, definitely shout out to my man. His first name was K-Dog. That was your first name.
K-Dog, I wasn't expecting that. It was definitely K-Dog.
K-Dog, I remember K-Dog.
Yes.
You started off with K-Dog, and then you had.
Cool, yeah.
And then what other name can you remember that's like some of your first rap names that you?
K-Dog for sure. Man, and then I went to just the era.
Yeah, you was the era.
That was it. It was just that, and that was what it was for a long time. And then as I started to become more aware of myself and, you know, just learning about me and, you know, things like that, then it became Kendough the era.
Kendough the era.
Then it was Kendough the era, yeah. And then it became what it is now, which is Kendough Slice. But depending on where you know me from, like I still go by all of those names or other names that people may know me by, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm still.
I mean, that's what's up. So like, if I can say, we can say you probably started rapping like around, I want to say 6th grade, maybe 5th.
So I want to say, yeah, like 9 years old. I didn't really take it seriously though. I didn't take it serious, but I always been like a big fan of music. And then, you know, we used to have like freestyle battles, right?
Yeah.
And then Michael, Casual.
Yeah, shout out to Casual.
Yeah, rest in
peace.
Yeah, he was the one who was coordinating everything. Like, we're gonna do freestyle battles, and we're gonna be like a rap group.
We're gonna be a whole group.
Yeah,
and the group was called Chi-Town Originals.
Exactly. And then I was like, no, like, and like low key, like that's where it started at. I always wanted to be by myself, like always. Like I never wanted to be.
And let me speak on that. Like we definitely like back in grammar school, we had our own rap group called the Chi-Town Originals. Like and Michael Davis, rest in peace. His rap name was Casual. Rest in peace to him. I got a. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I got a tattoo on me. Make sure you feel.
I gotta get that. Yeah, I got. It's definitely on my to-do list.
Hey, sure. But definitely shout out to Casual. But like, he came up with the rap group Chi-Town Originals, and like everybody had to have rap names. He cordial it, made sure everything together, and no matter what, Kendough said, no, I'm not joining y'all. Like we damn near getting an argument like, why you just won't join us? Like it's the only group. Like I'm not joining us. I'm being by myself. That's it. I'm being by myself. I'm being independent. So definitely shout out to you for being
where it all started.
Being independent from the get-go. And then like it got to a point that everybody would rap beat versus Kendough. Cause he was the only one that we didn't go against. He was the first, like, so, but me and him was still good. Cool.
We was all still cool.
We was all still cool and shit, but everybody was like, all right, me versus you, me versus him. And then I be doing the beats and shit, because I was used to be DJ Hawk. Shout out to my old name, DJ Hawk. But, hey, them days was like the good old days.
For real.
Rapping shit.
Yeah, and I actually got a record, too. I ain't let nobody hear it, but I got a song called ECS Love. So I don't know when it's gonna come out, but yeah, I gotta definitely always show love to that whole era.
Yeah, because you can't never forget your upbringing and like where you really started from and like the people that like was around you when you first like started dreaming. You know what I'm
they all like rocking with me too. Like our class, the class before us, like 03, like Edward and Mario and Lewis. all of them, all of the females, of course.
Gee, I think you should come out with a song about one of the females that you was like super in love with, like on some Drake shit.
So in the ECS love song, I definitely do say.
You say some names, like
I say a lot of names. I say a lot of different names in the ECS love song. So I don't know when I'm gonna drop it. I wanted to drop it by now, but it's just not the time for it. So I'm gonna get it out though, and y'all gonna hear a lot of names. I did a dope sample from that time.
Yeah, it's gonna go crazy.
It's gonna go hard.
You was definitely a certified lover boy before we could say Drake. Your ass used to call like, man, I'm in love. I'm like, gee.
Oh my god.
You funny as hell.
Chill.
Like, what can you say was like the first song like you ever came out with? Like the name of the first song.
So the very first song that I ever like released was on.
Yeah, that you released.
Yeah, it was
on E on Demand.
No, it was something that people will never hear. I don't even have the files for it. Them files is probably gone. I ain't got no record of the song, but it was actually called Straight Out of Smashville, I think it was, where I went off of one of the beats off of Young Buck's Straight Outta Cashville album that came out. And
so it was called Straight Outta Smashville?
Yeah, because I'm from 84th and Paulina. I grew up on like 84th and Paulina. And that area is called Smashville in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So I had a song called Straight Outta Smashville. I'm playing off the Straight Outta Cashville off the Young Buck album. So that was like the very first song. Like I said, I don't remember no lyrics off of it. I don't have no record of the song. I don't got no files. I ain't got it on nothing. So that was like the very, very first song, like ever.
Okay, so that's cool. So we know that you started rapping early. So like, when can we say that you like really started taking rap serious and you knew like, alright, this is gonna be my career. Like, I'm really finna like try to like make money off of this. Like, when can you say that like manifested for you?
So it was probably like 2010.
2010, okay.
Because even when I was rapping like in high school, it wasn't solid yet to the point like even though I had put out like a whole mixtape, I still didn't really know like, you know, what direction. Yeah, and then Michael died in 2009, Casual died in 2009, right? And because at that point I was like really becoming like the rapper out of all of us, right? Like seriously. So then it was like, okay, cool. And then 2010 hit, and I was already building a following in Nashville, Tennessee before he died. So it was already like boom. Then that happened, and then 2010 come around, and then Wave came out. I put out Wave, and then that was a whole nother like thing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, well maybe we may have something here, like boom, you know. And I just kept putting out records, and then it got to a point where I was starting to get discouraged, and I stopped rapping for a while. At least putting music out. I was still rapping and writing, but I just wasn't putting stuff out. And now we just like full steam ahead now. Yeah.
Now, like you said, you got discouraged. Like, what can you say to like rappers that's like might not be able to like get their shit where they want it to be at? Can you give them like some advice? Like, what can you tell them they need to like get on like the most? Like,
honestly,
is it like they beats or like they business side? Like, what's the most important in like rapping? Like, especially for these young artists that are like trying to make it, they might be discouraged or something like that.
Yeah, because it's definitely part of it. Like getting discouraged, I would never not front like it ain't hard or like it ain't difficult. Like this game is very, very difficult, right? But what I would tell any aspiring artist is number one, you just gotta do it by like any means necessary. But even within that, you need to know like who you are and what you want to represent, because once it's out there, it's out there. And you just gotta like really go for it. I don't want to be the person to say never give up, because that's very vague.
Yeah.
Like, that's like so vague. Never give up.
Some of these rappers might need to give up. Like maybe you need a new career. Like if the shit not sounding up to par and you like not getting a lot of good feedback, maybe you need to
learn the business, because everybody like we was just talking about They just be so quick. I just want to put out a record, and it works. Like it may work for like every
because even though you a rapper, you might can like get in a different lane,
exactly.
Like, make a jingle for like
like
a company or some shit. But your shit still
like,
can be on iTunes and all that shit.
So that's why I would tell people, know the business. Like it's the music business for a reason. Like for real. Like I understand you want to get your music out. You know what I'm saying? You may have the hottest record, but if it's not a plan behind it, it may only stretch so far. And with you knowing the business, you're gonna be better prepared. Like just because you make a video tomorrow, that don't mean you gotta put it out next week. Cause if I like your record, as me owning a record label, if I like your stuff, and it take you 5-6 months to drop the next record or something, like you done lost my interest. I want to see it like this stuff is gonna be like
consistent.
Like back to back. So that's what I would just say. Know the business, and once you know the business, then you can just maneuver.
You can just go where you need to go. So like, we've been talking about the business. We've been talking about your early career. So like, what you got going on like right now? We see you didn't drop 2 videos. Can we talk about them two projects that you didn't drop?
So first was Still Climbing, done by my homie Brandon out in Atlanta. He another one of the homies, like you know, like we all like 10 family, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So he did Still Climbing out in Atlanta, and that was just really like my reintroduction because I hadn't dropped no music in a long time. So I'm just super happy with the reception that it got, and I know that it can only go so much further, so I'm gonna make sure it gets to that point. And then Jamie is a record. It was an older record, and then I just liked the record. I just brought it back and I shot the
It's
video.
crazy for me because I heard that song a long ass time ago. So it's like when people hit like, damn, this cold, I'm like, damn, I bet. I did heard this, but it's good to still get shit out there. Like that's a good example of like when you got shit on the shelf, still put that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You might get a resurgence of it.
Right, and that record was, man, it's in that record, just the stuff that I'm saying in the record, like I don't make a lot of just in the moment type records. You know what I'm saying? So everything, even if it was done, you know, whenever, like I could have dropped it because of the lyrics within it. So it's something that people could relate to, like whatever time in their life. So.
And then, so like, what's the next song you got coming? What's the next song or video? Like,
so
what can we be looking for?
So I got a lot of records that's upcoming. A lot of videos that's coming up. They are already done. The one that we gonna focus on, just staying strictly Chicago, is 40s. I'm finna bring back this entire juke sound from when we was in high school.
He said we bringing juking back. Cause I am tired of that just standing around shit. Like we need to get back to, you know what I'm saying? Turning the fuck up. Like really like having a good time when we go out, not standing around on Instagram, on Snapchat, like really like having fun. So
and even when you think about it, like at those times, you know like how people perceive Chicago, right? But at those times we could still like be in the hoods and go to like house parties, basement parties, go to the skating rinks. And I mean, people like we would still never be like, you know, just lacking, you know what I'm saying? But it was still like we could kick it, you know what I'm saying? Like during those times in Chicago, like when we was in high school and everything like that. So I'm gonna just bring that whole thing back. I definitely feel like it needs to be brought back because everything is nostalgic, right? Like everybody is sampling old records, everybody is bringing back old clothes, like the whole nine. So with Chicago, you know, the drill, like I love the drill music and all of that, but that's not necessarily my era. Like my era is juke sounds and soul samples from Kanye West and Common and shit like so that's my lane. So,
Hey, so you said we got 40s coming up next. Like you got this other track called Step Back. Like when can we be looking for that to come out?
Man, I know I gotta get it out. Cause you know some of the details behind the video.
He got some fast tracks. I'm just waiting for him to like, when you dropping this shit, man?
And you know the details behind the video, like some of the details. So I have to get it out. So maybe like January, it's gonna get out. It's definitely coming out like after 40s. It's just so many records, and then with me always recording, like you just
trying to maneuver your way around.
Right. So, but yeah, 40s for sure, and I need the biggest like interactions from 40s. So I'm gonna definitely try to do all I can to get 40s to like the top.
Yeah, to blow like on Power 92 on all the Chicago stations, because like that's a real track like that. Yeah, can turn the whole club up, party up, whatever.
Man, just bring back a whole different sound in Chicago, and I would love to be the person that starts that back.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, we already know. So, like, do you think about like ever releasing like an album or something? Like, can we be looking out for that too?
I do, but going back to the business part of things, it don't make sense for me right now as I'm still establishing myself and my brand and the label. Yeah. I don't just want to hit everybody with everything all at once.
You want to drop singles and like
videos and everything, so people get familiar with me. They can put a face to a name to a face, and then once I feel like it's solid to that point, because I'm always recording anyway, then we could be like, okay, boom, now it's time to drop the EP or drop an album or project or whatever. But for now, my main focus is just continuing to just put out records and making people are familiar with me, and they spread it, and I get to a solid base. I'm like, okay, now it's time to drop something.
Yeah, and that's like some real good advice for an artist. Like, don't be quick to just like put out this mixtape, put out this whole compilation of albums or some shit. Like, get your singles hot. Like, turn your singles up. And like turn your face up, like let motherfuckers know that it's cracking. You really got some fire, and then motherfuckers gonna turn your album up. But like if you just dropping albums, I feel like niggas lazy now. They not finna even listen to no whole
short
album.
Attention spans and everything. Like it's short attention spans. And if you haven't, like if I walk up to you with I got a mixtape or whatever on Spotify, an EP on Spotify that's like whatever 10 songs or whatever. You're like, bro, I don't even know you. Like, well, I'm not gonna spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes of my time listening to your project when I could be like, I got this on YouTube or whatever, and you heard me, and that's okay. Let me hear more from him at this point, right? Rather than me just throwing everything. It ain't rocket science, but again, you gotta know the business. Like I said,
it's all about the business. So like. You got all this shit going on, like, so like, can you please like let people know, like, can we find you on Spotify, all that on streaming platforms? Is like, how's that going, like?
So I'm not necessarily doing streaming platforms, but with the new records,
mainly you want people to like
YouTube,
Kendough Slice, right? Yes. With the fan on YouTube at Kendough Slice. That's the main thing you want everybody to look for.
Look at me on YouTube. See the quality we putting together, the consistency, because you can see everything like the day.
So don't even stream. We ain't gonna talk about no streaming.
Now, when it's time for me to release 40s, that will be on streaming platforms because I understand the impact that song can do after you see the video. But we just you gonna see me on YouTube, boom, 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 and then you gonna get familiar with me, and then I'm like, okay, now we on streaming platforms, boom.
Okay,
but
so
we gonna run it. I gotta get people to look at me and see who I am.
So no streaming platforms. He boycotting them right now. Not actually boycotting. We're gonna get back to it, but
it's a formula. It's a method to my madness.
Doing his own little method, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, because it's like that's coming with a plan. Like that's a good thing like an artist can think about too. Like make sure you got a plan like how you finna do shit, because like when you got a plan, I feel like you can blow faster. You feel
right? And if people they see me on YouTube, right? So then if they like the music, right? They are automatically gonna look for it. Or they gonna ask me, they gonna tag me on Instagram, on Facebook, whatever, on Twitter, like, why is your music not on at Spotify? Why is your music not at Tidal? You know what I'm saying? And then I'm creating this thing, like, okay, now I understand, like, okay, now you wanna listen to me on Spotify, right? I can easily put it on there. Right, so now I'm seeing like, boom, you didn't check me out on YouTube, you keep checking for me on YouTube, then I'm like, alright, boom, because it's gonna already be there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm just gonna be rushing back to do it.
So hey, definitely shout out to my man's Kendough Slice. So we can find you only on YouTube at Kendough _Slice, was just Kendough Slice.
On YouTube, just type in Kendough Slice, it'll pop up. You know,
Kendough Slice.
I think it's a pretty, clever name.
Yeah, Kendough Slice.
DOUGH, by the way.
And then you got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that Kendough Slice, right?
All that Kendough Slice. The only thing with the Kendough _Slice.
Okay, Instagram, Kendough _Slice.
But yeah, Kendough Slice. Yeah.
Hey, then make sure y'all go check out his last 2 videos. Yes. Jamie and and still climbing. They going fucking crazy. You feel me? On YouTube right now. Check them out only on YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all run them up on YouTube.
40s is on the way, man.
Hey, make sure y'all go to stayhightire.com. Check out all the clothes and shit. That's what we rocking right now. Shout out to my man Peezy Visionz. Shout out to TUK Productions. We out here, Kendough Slice. It's your boy LH, the motherfucking Drinking King. Let's get it.
I rep the 10, Talented 10
Talented 10 records.
We all a part of it.
Shout
It's a
out
lot
to
of extensions of it. The 10th. It's a lot of extensions of us in the 10th. But yeah.
Alright, so hey, definitely shout out to Talented 10 Records. It's your boy LH, the motherfucking Drinking King. Shout out to my boy Peezy Visionz. Let's get it.
Slice, baby.
Elbow on this bitch.